Alright guys, you know how much I love Dulce Diablo by Narcotica. One of the best gourmand fragrances I've ever smelled. The booze, the sweetness, the chocolate, the rum, the apricot, the peach. Beautiful composition by Claude Durr. Here we have the newest release by Narcotica. This one is called Doza Amber Incence. I'm so excited to share with you guys my thoughts on this brand new release for 2022, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I tell you all about the brand new fragrance by Narcotica, this is called Doza Amber Incence Extrait de Parfum. I do want to start things off by saying that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. I would love to reach 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Please go ahead and help me with that. 65% of my subscribers or my viewers are not subscribed to this channel, pardon me. Hit the bell icon so you could be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or if you took something of value from today's episode, would really mean a lot to me. So the perfumer for this fragrance, as well as every other fragrance from this brand, is Claude Durr. Claude Durr is a very talented perfumer from the company Man, spelled M-A-N-E, and this fragrance has some amazing ingredients in here. Of course, there's Sichuan pepper, there's cypress, there's cedarwood from Texas. There's a lot of darker ingredients in here, but it also has a lot of amber. Of course, in the name it says Amber Incence. There is vanilla, there is myrrh, there is labdanum. So there's a lot of resins and a lot of ambery ingredients in here. It's dark, it's a little boozy, it has blonde tobacco in here as well. So if you're looking for that classy, refined tobacco vibe that you do get from some other fragrances like Creation E by Roja Parfum, Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford, you're gonna get something similar in here, not in terms of smell, but in terms of the vibe and the aura. This fragrance can be found at Door Prestige. I'm gonna leave all of the information down below to where you can check this out. Please take advantage of it. This is a brand new release, and I think this is going to be an amazing, amazing addition to anyone's collection for the fall and winter time, released very seasonally appropriately. So I'm excited to give you my thoughts on the smell. Let's start things off with the presentation. So in the opening of this fragrance, boy, you are going to get this dark, resinous, ambery, balsamic, rich, boozy smell. And I don't know if you've ever tried Vanilla Absolute, if you've ever tried maybe some varieties of vanilla distillation. I have this one that is like an 8-fold vanilla distillation. It smells so boozy and so warm. And I know there is another fragrance that kind of has like this boozy vanilla vibe, and it's by Guerlain. It's called Spiritu Double Vanille. And this fragrance has a similar boozy vanilla vibe to it. And it's funny because in the note breakdown, you don't have any boozy ingredients, no bourbon, no whiskey, nothing, right? But it does kind of have like this boozy, ambery, vanillic vibe to it that I truly, truly love. Now, in terms of the spiciness, it's predominantly coming from Sichuan pepper, which is found in a lot of other fragrances too. But surprisingly, some of the other fragrances that I've encountered Sichuan pepper in also have a fresh vibe to it. I think Dior Sauvage might actually be one of them. This doesn't have anything fresh happening in here. Very dark, woodsy, spicy, balsamic, little earthy, little boozy, and it also has that tobacco vibe in here. So there's blonde tobacco, and the tobacco in here is done to perfection. Now, it's not a pipe tobacco, so it's not going to smell like many other tobacco-based fragrances on the market. It's not going to smell like Tobacco Vanille. It's not going to smell like Bois d'Ambry by Eau de Thalie. There's a lot of other pipe tobacco type of fragrances out there. This one with the blonde tobacco has this smooth, herbal, aromatic quality to it that is a really nice contrast from the other really warm, rich, balsamic, ambery notes like the labdanum and the myrrh. If you're looking for something dark, long-lasting, mysterious, enigmatic, complex, rich, regal smelling, this fragrance, Doza, is going to be such a stellar addition to your collection. The best thing that I can say is you gotta sample this one, right? So for some people, it's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's a little bit on the dry side of things as well. Doesn't smell dusty, just kind of smells dry. And I think that that is on account of the earthiness and the spiciness. And, you know, it doesn't have some other sweet ingredients like caramel or amberwood or some of these other ingredients that can take it in a much sweeter direction. So even though it has a touch of sweetness on account of the vanilla, it's actually very nicely balanced out by some of the woods and the resins and some of the other notes that are not necessarily sweet per se, but are maybe a little bit more on the aromatic or the herbal and earthy side of things. So definitely see if you can get a sample of this one first. You know, it is, I think, $280, so it's not going to be an instinctual blind buy for a lot of people. A lot of people don't have that type of disposable income. Totally understand. I'm in the same boat. But if you have the opportunity to sample this fragrance, please do, because I think it's going to be worth your time. And I see 8 out of 10 of my subscribers that actually sample this one are going to fall in love with it. Are you going to fall in the 20%? I don't know, possibly, which is why I say don't blind buy. But if you're in the 80%, I have a good feeling that you're gonna really fall in love with this one. Especially if you like some of the other brands' offerings, right? If you like the self-titled, if you like Dulce Diablo, this brand puts out quality after quality after quality, and I very quickly learned that. There are a few brands where I'm very excited for a new release. Believe it or not, Creed is one of them, right? I'm always curious to see what they put out. Roja Parfum is another one with Manhattan and the Pierre de Valet or whatever. You know, I'm really excited for their new releases. Yo, Narcotica is one of these brands now where I'm really excited for them to put out something new. And look how dark the liquid in this bottle is. It stained the test strip, right? So this one is a beautiful, boozy, slightly sweet, dried tobacco, earthy, spicy, rich fragrance. It is amazing. I hope you have the opportunity to check it out, and I hope you love it as much as I do. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, this is certainly a unique fragrance. With all of the ingredients that are in here, I thought I was even smelling agarwood at one point, but it definitely conveys a really interesting aroma that I can't quite compare to anything else. Dry, warm, ambery, woodsy, spicy, earthy, herbal, slightly sweet, little boozy. Really an amazing fragrance. Longevity is 9 to 10 hours on my skin. Projection on this one was amazing for the first hour and a half of application, but here's the caveat. It never radiated beyond an arm's length. So there aren't too many ingredients in here that are ultra diffusive. I know there's blackcurrant, which has a tendency of giving off a bit of a musky vibe. It's more about the woods and the earthy ingredients in here. So there weren't a ton of top notes in here that I would say made this super loud in the opening, but it did radiate within an arm's length for about an hour and a half. Elbows length scent right around hour 6, skin scent right around hour 9 or 10. Amazing. In terms of the versatility, I can see people arguing that this one leans a little bit more masculine. If you're part of that crowd, then so be it. But I do find that it could be perfectly unisex on account of that slight touch of sweetness, but the tobacco, the woods, the spice, the cypress, that musky, boozy quality. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna argue this one leans masculine, and I can totally understand that. Perfect for the fall and winter, great for a suit and tie, and I can see somebody a little bit older really appreciating this fragrance more than like a high schooler or a college student or something like that. Presentation is divine, as always. Final verdict on this one of my best acquisitions for 2022, no doubt. Just the quality, the richness, the complexity, the smell, all together is just amazing. And I know that 80% of people who sample this one are gonna fall head over heels in love. 20% of you guys are gonna be like, not for me. And you don't have to give me any sort of a justification, but try it for yourself. I hope you end up loving it as much as I do. It's a solid scent. Doza by Narcotica. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review or if you took something of value from this video, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. Hit the bell, give it a thumbs up, and hop on over to Door Prestige. They actually have this fragrance in stock. Not too many people do, but Door Prestige does, and I figured that out through my research. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.